and we're celebrating Read for a Better Life. I'm wondering why teachers like to read.
Mrs. Massey, why do you love to read?
Thank you for asking. Books carry a whole world with them. Books, like people, have personalities. Reading a good book is like making a new friend, understanding their journey, and experiencing a different view of the world.
Thank you for sharing.
Hi, I'm Marissa, and this is Miss Marksberry here to talk about why she loves reading so much.
I love reading because it takes you to a fantasy world that lets you escape from reality.
Thanks, good answer.
Hello, I'm Ella, and I am interviewing Mr. Hunt.
Hello, Ella.
What do you like about reading, Mr. Hunt?
Reading is really a fun way to spend time. I like seeing other artists' point of view, and it's just very enjoyable pastime.
Would you consider reading your favorite subject?
Yes, if they could switch me from art to reading, I would appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing your advice, Mr. Hunt.
You're welcome.
Coach Henry, why do you like reading?
Honestly, reading was not easy for me when I was younger, but I love reading now. The main reason I love reading is because, I get to use my imagination. It kind of takes me out of this, I can think outside the box. I love reading like fantasy, murder mysteries, stuff like that. That's my type of reading.
What's your favorite genre?
Mystery, murder mysteries, that's pretty cool. I like James Patterson, if you guys know that. That's pretty cool.
I keep reading Nancy Drew.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
Miss Coberry, why do you like reading?
I love reading to see if I am a better detective than the detectives in the murder mystery books I love.
Most of the time she is.
Hi, my name is Marissa, and this is Miss Smith, and she's here to talk about why she loves reading so much.
I love reading because it gives me a different perspective of things that are going on and allows me just to escape.
Good answer.
Mr. McCure, why do you love to read?
So when I was little, I grew up in a really small town, and the way that I could escape and learn about the world was to read all these different books. In my little library, I made it a goal in my hometown to read every single book in the children's section, and I did, and I learned about all of these fascinating things and places and lives of people in the United States and in other parts of the world.
What was your favorite to read about?
Believe it or not, I really liked historical fiction. So I liked to read about kings and queens and princes and princesses, and I loved to read about things like Little House on the Prairie, where it took place here in the United States. And I think I even like to read about World War II as well, because that is your personal favorite.
That's my favorite, yes it is. Hi, Miss Brody, why do you like to read?
Well, I love to read because it lets me escape reality. Sometimes when I have a bad day, I can dive into a good book and I can visit any kind of fantasy world that I want to. That's why I love to read.
That's great. Why do you guys like to read?
So I'm Mrs. Scott, and I love to read because I love being transported to different worlds and just reading about different stories.
I'm Mrs. Wilson, and Miss Scott just stole what I was going to say, but in addition to that, one of my favorite things to do is when it's nice and cold outside is curl up by the fireplace with a cup of tea and just read a really good book. It's just relaxing and a great way to spend the time.
I changed mine. I like hers better.
And that's why they like to read. Mrs. Andre, why do you like to read?
I love to read because it's a great escape.
This is Casey asking, why do you like to read?